I want to dive into Aryeh Kaplan's work on meditation in the Bible a bit. If you're new to Kaplan, be sure to double check his resources. Some of his texts get a bit jumbled. But he was pushing the envelope and really dives deep into the prophets. It's all speculative, but absolutely brilliant nonetheless. His breakdown of the word Navi, prophet, cites Niv being the root word, as in, he created the fruit, Niv of his lips, that we see in Isaiah 57. This paints the prophets as mouthpieces of the divine, making them conduits, which ties in really nice with our modern sense of Kabbalah, Kabbalah being to receive. Think about it. How does one receive? The OG linguist Rabbi Samson Raphael Hirsch had a whole different opinion. Because, nobody in the wonderful world of mysticism agrees on anything, right? Anyways, he said Navi is related to the root word Nava, meaning to flow or gush forth, all of which fits pretty neatly in the mix with some of the earliest Christian texts that were tied into water and spirit. So what Kaplan did for me was show just how far back this sense of deep connection to the divine soul flowing upwards from within us actually goes. If our subconscious is an ocean of our collective soul, then this sense of flowing to prophesy would indicate that the prophets were most definitely the earliest mystics of the traditions. Then there's Bib and Navuv from Job. A hollow Navuv, man will gain heart. We all know how Kabbalah feels about Tiferet. It's the heart that ties into the parent mind, not the intellect. So a hollow heart would indicate that we are to empty ourselves out before God, empty the self of ego, or pour out the creature in Eckhart's language. By clearing away any mental and emotional interference we have, we enter into a flow state where the Ruach HaKodesh pours through us. Because conduits can only receive if they are free and clear to receive, right? So it's not just speaking in God's name. Any occultist could come to know any one of the aspects of divinity in each name for God humans have ever used and create with those names. But that's willpower and knowledge, though. What the prophets of old were doing is annihilating their egos and opening themselves up before God and directing that divine force forward. Now, there is craft involved. Like Ezekiel 37:9 says, prophesy to the Spirit, prophesy to the Son of Man, subconscious and conscious cleared in union, and say to the Spirit, thus says the Lord, from the four winds, come, O Spirit, and blow into these corpses that they should live. Wind being intimately related to the levels of soul and the aspects of consciousness we speak from, meets the four directions. This mystical chariot is alluded to in Ezekiel, so as Kaplan said, he could channel spiritual force into these dead bodies. So potent is spiritual force that it literally has the power to bring the dead back to life. Why do you think later systems emphasize praying in the four directions? It's less about protection and more about emptying self out on multiple levels of soul so one can correctly channel divine will into the present moment. This is what a textbook mystical prophet would look like, not merely a political agitator who entices the people to return to the divinity within. Rather, a living conduit who directs divine force from within all things. It's high-level mysticism. So what is a prophet? Someone who dedicated their lives to emptying themselves out before the divine and channeling spiritual energy. Got to be empty to receive, right? So until next time, keep breathing in light and living in love. 100.